none of my parents did any like sports really. My dad did more sports. My dad did boxing for a little bit, but it wasn't like while I was a kid. It was when he was like in high school, way younger. I did every sport you could think, like volleyball, basketball. I did all those. Never liked the idea of team sports. And so my dad always watched UFC when I was growing up.
Oh,
Like he watched it from the start of it to
mhm.
where it is now. And I was like, I think I can do that, Dad. Like I can do that. And he was like, oh, like okay. My dad has three girls, so he's like, if you want to do that, then yeah, I'd love to help you do that. So that's how it all started.
So there had to be some connection, so that was it.
Yeah, that was a connection.
Because it's
Yeah.
almost never where some parent just randomly takes their kid into
No,
jujitsu or
yeah.
MMA.
And if it is, it's mostly like little boys, you know. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, I'll take my little boy to go. But other than that, but no, yeah. And it just started with grappling and evolved from there.
So let's talk about the wrestling. Was that something he pushed you into, or was that something that you gravitated toward?
So I started with jujitsu. And then whenever I started with jujitsu when I was in like fifth grade, did that for years. And then when I started high school, I wanted to do a sport in school. And I didn't want to do anything that drove me away from jujitsu or MMA or anything. So wrestling would help me evolve in that. And I knew I wanted to wrestle. I didn't think I'd love it as much as I did. And I fell in love with wrestling. I did that for 4 years. I would do MMA in the summer, but for the most part, I dedicated like my 4 years of high school to wrestling and to growing myself there. Like I said, every once in a while, I'd go into MMA and keep up with my striking, but I focused on tournaments, wrestling nationally, all those things.
Now, you know, you were very successful in high school. Why did you not decide to continue at all?
So I was in a very like I was really debating going back and forth on like whether I would want to go to college and pursue that or do MMA. And I just truly feel like college for me, I'm not a big school person. And I just feel like after college and college wrestling and everything like that, you go to college wrestling and you wrestle, and then after that you pursue that job. And I would want my job to be within either wrestling or MMA. And I was like, I think it's just so much smarter for me to truly pursue MMA right now and fully dedicate my time to where it can be my full-time job instead of stopping after college like how I would.
How were the parents about it?
Oh, my parents fully support it.
Oh, good,
Yeah.
good.
They always told me like we're big believers on,